You're listening to the Small Business Talk podcast with Cathy Smith.
Small Business Talk is a podcast for business owners and entrepreneurs who want a better way to run their businesses without spending years doing it the hard way. Small Business Talk is hosted by Cathy Smith, who has run the same marketing agency for more than 17 years and helped hundreds of business owners achieve their marketing goals.
Welcome to Small Business Talk, episode 171. Is it worth investing in a web designer? That's a question I get asked all the time, so I thought it would be a great topic to have a chat about today. What is your time worth and what is your skill level? If you've got the time and the skills, then it's a different conversation. Imagine if you were given an old rundown car. You could paint it, you could add some tyres, you could tinker with the motor, add oil, petrol, and then it would probably get you from A to B. But would you risk putting your children, your family, your loved ones in it and taking them out on the highway and running it to full speed? Then what about all the time that you've spent on it? Painting it, Googling how to tune the engine, the motor, buying the tyres, what paint to use, all that sort of thing. That is what it is like when you build your own website. What is your hourly rate? How long extra did it take you to do or learn than it would have a professional web designer who could have done it for you? Was it a hobby project, or should you have been working or doing something else at that time? Like all decisions, whether to hire a web designer or not, you need to weigh up the pros and cons on whether hiring a web designer, a professional web designer, will work for you. Do you have the knowledge, the skill, and the time to build your own website? And building your own website is only the first step. Now you need to maintain it. You need to make sure it's in good working order. Plus, you need to keep it safe from hackers. Oh, that won't happen to me. That's a hacker's favourite phrase. Thinking about the car. Now that the car has broken down and left you stranded on a dark, cold night, you pop that bonnet. You have a look under the hood, but you're really not even sure where to start. That is what it is like when you wake up one morning and find your business website is suddenly not there. It's not loading. Has it been hacked, or is there another problem? Where do you even start? So you managed to do a design and you're happy with it on your new website. Well done. Did you know the design is only the first step of building a website? What is your plan now? Did you think about the keywords? Keywords are the words that Google uses to list your website, or to be more accurate, to list your web pages on Google. Now that you have your beautiful new shiny website, you need to get Google to find you. You need to optimize your pages. Oh, I don't need that Google stuff, one of my prospects told me. Then how are you going to get traffic to your website? Build it and they will come. Sorry, this is not the movies. There is 175 new websites built every minute. There is 252,000 built every day. And there is over 1 billion websites on the internet with 50 billion pages. Unless you're a unicorn, you're going to have to worry about that SEO stuff. And what is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. It is the art or science of building your website's reputation so that Google will send you traffic. Without traffic, you can have the best website in the world, the most loveliest design, but nobody will ever find you. And your website will become another relic in the Google graveyard. Can you get traffic to your website without optimizing your pages? Absolutely, but you're going to have to send it there and send it to them consistently. One of the best ways to do that is paid ads. Landing pages are a great example of web pages that are not optimized, and they get their traffic from external means. Paid advertising can be a great addition to your marketing strategy. However, if it's your only strategy, when you turn your ads off and you stop paying for your traffic, it will stop as well. Yes, you can build your website yourself, but at the end of the day, you need to decide whether you should. Have you considered all the things that you need when you're building a website? What's the website going to do? What's its purpose? Who's the website for? Have you thought about your target audience? What do you want your website to achieve? How will people access your website? From what kind of devices? Who's going to look after the website once it's built? Have you considered Google's needs? Does it load well? Do you need content? Are the images the right sizes? And what about that search engine optimization? Do you know how to measure it? Do you know what you're going to do to get it? These are the types of things that a professional web designer will take into consideration. But does it really matter? Yes. First impressions count. Inspiring Web Design Statistics for 2022 said 2.5 seconds, and that's quick, is all it takes for the first conscious impression of our website. So in that 2.5 seconds, we're making the decision whether we want to stay there, whether it's too confusing, whether we want to back out. 48% of users think that companies don't care about them if their website is not mobile optimized. A lot of people are using their mobile phones and their tablets to access websites these days. About 38% of web visitors won't engage if they come to an unattractive web design, if the website just doesn't work for what they're looking at. 94% of first impressions on the website is based on the visuals and the design. Ugly design, and you've lost it already. 88% of customers won't return to your website if they've had a terrible experience. 50% of website visitors say that the web design is a major factor to when they decide whether the business is credible or not. 44% of internet users will leave if the website's homepage doesn't include contact details. You know how frustrating it is when you're just trying to find a phone number and you can't. Like I said, a lot of people are using their mobile devices, 52.68%, and that doesn't include tablets and iPads, which also use the mobile versions. 91% of small business websites are not optimized for mobile use. So if yours is, then you can just jump that queue right away. So is it worth paying for a web designer? Well, there's a lot of things to consider when you're building, running, and maintaining your business website. Is it worth paying for a designer? In my opinion, absolutely, especially if you don't have the skills yourself to do the job. And if you do, then you need to think, is that the best use of your time? Or should you be doing what you actually do, your zone of genius? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Hiring a web designer can be a great investment to your business. But remember to do your due diligence and make sure the designer can do what they say they can and that they're a good fit for you. If you'd like to know more about that, you can always pop over to my other website, Catco Enterprises, so catcoent, catcoent.com.au, and check out all the information there and prices as well. That should give you some things to think about, whether you're going to build your own or whether you're going to look at hiring somebody to do it. Until next week, SPT audience, enjoy your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to Small Business Talk podcast and head on over to smallbusinesstalk.com.au/downloads for all the show notes and links to this episode. Remember, to be great, you must start. Pick one tip from today's episode, take action and implement it. Let's meet again next week at the same time and place. Until then, take action. And SPT community, Enjoy your journey.